Hello, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Johnny Baghead. Me, as always. This is a bit chill, so no, I'm keeping it 2D. I'm keeping it low frame rate, low stakes. I just wanted to play more God of War. I just had a lot of fun playing God of War last week, so I just want to play more. So that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, you know, let's just swap over the gameplay, because I just want to get into this. This might not be a very long stream. I might end up only going about 2.5 hours. We'll see. But we're just gonna get into it where I left off. The Desert of Lassos. But yeah, if you weren't here for the first part, this is a replay through I'm doing. I'm playing on original hardware, as is my style. I did play on hard mode. I don't know if that's messed me up in any way. The one thing I do want to confirm at some point is if hard mode changes how much it costs to level ups your power-ups. I'm hoping it didn't. But there you go. But yes, I am doing. Also, I'm thinking it's a gameplay down a little bit. This is a game I've already ranked on the PlayStation 2 tier list. If you want to check up info on that tier list, you can type !tier list in the chat and read all about it. But I admittedly have not played this game since roughly around the time it came out. So I wanted to get a, fresh perspective on it. Okay, I might have turned that down a little too much. There we go. But yeah, I've been enjoying this revisit. Especially in a technical sense. Finding out like what this game did on PlayStation 2. Okay. Oh, you know what? Yep, I see it now. Let's get into it. Oh, hell yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, we got her. Oh, okay. That didn't come out quite as smooth, but that's fine. But, I remembered some aspects. Oh, okay. I misjudged how this puzzle works. Which was how good this game is at, showing a point that you're going to get to and travel, like, physically through the world and reach it. There's probably a really good name for that. I just don't know it. It's not just sense of scale. But it's like a sense of physical progression, I'll call it. But also how little this game does loading screens. Oh. No. God, having respawning enemies here is a little mean. Just punishing me for taking too long, I guess. Oh. That looked a little weird. Okay, well, yeah, what I want to do, I think... Okay. I was hoping I could just jam the box in the, a little corner bit there, but no. But yeah, because there's the prologue level is done without loading, and that's already quite big in scale, but from getting to Athens, which is like the first proper level, like the boat's probably the prologue, being on the ships, there hasn't been any loading screen. There's been one transition screen, and it's done so quick that I think it's more done for teleporting the player because of impossible space than to load. The gods appear before Paphos Verdes III, commanding him to build a temple to house the most powerful weapon on Earth or in Olympus. The greatest architectural undertaking the world has ever seen, mighty Kronos, the Titan, is harnessed, the Temple of Pandora chained to his back. So yeah, this is the part that I was going to get right to here at the end of last stream. But I wasn't entirely sure how long it actually took to get here. Yeah. God, I wonder if this game would come out nowadays if people would complain and say like, oh, you know, you're taking like part in the Red Sea and all that. Who knows? So that's a cool effect for the time. But yeah, this game is a looker. Again, this is running on real hardware. This is in the 480p mode. And it is like shocking how good this game looks. Like I've played some other games that run at 480p and the image doesn't look as clean as this. And again, this game runs at a really high frame rate. It's not consistent 60 FPS, to be clear. But for most of the game, it is. You know, when you're in mid-combat, it's pretty solid. It's nice. Mwah. Oh, it's the sirens again. Oh, my wives. Oh, well, that was quick. Oh, never mind. Oh, they're like rescuing each other, I think. There we go. Oh. Oh, weird, okay. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I've got that move. I think these ones might have more health, because I didn't... Yeah, all these just count as different enemies, I guess. Oh, these are kind of annoying enemies to fight. There we go. Okay, I think it's a good sign that there's only 2 of them now.
Let the rage of the gods drive your blades, Kratos.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's still got a lot of health. Okay. Oh, weird. Taking damage doesn't break your combo. Okay. Oh, do you see that door? That door was trying to Devil May Cry on me. Alright, well. I'm going to go back. So I can, you know. Now, I also... it was probably too far back. So something I do think I want to get done. Yep, there's the Titan. I will say, at this resolution, because my memories of this game would have been playing on a CRT with composite cables, which would have been like a not too faulty image, because it's PAL, but it wouldn't be much more than that. Like somewhere between like 240 and 360, I think. It looks like he was shoving his nose in it. But you know, they do a good job, because you could have just not had the Titan physically in that level there and just
the last of the mighty
have him show up in the cutscene.
emerged from the desert sands. On his back, Pandora's temple awaited, massive and patient, ready to challenge all who went in search of its guarded treasure.
There he is. Something I'm really curious to learn about is, in my memory, most of the game takes place in this temple now. And I'm curious if my memory's right on that. I know we go back to Athens, and I know we go to somewhere before Athens. I'm not going to say where. No spoilers.
For 3 days, Kratos climbed the sheer walls of the mountain. He knew he would either recover Pandora's box or perish inside the cursed temple, never to return to the world of man.
I still find it funny that in canon he's still mortal right now. Like, outside of the magic spells the gods give him, I don't think he's supposed to be magical yet. But, you know, have him, you know, go. Yeah, eat the bird. Nope. Okay. That's a... I wonder why there is a camera cut there. Might as well save. Okay, so something I've mentioned this a lot of times on stream, probably. Meaning I haven't done more work on it. Probably because I know it's going to be a lot of work. But I have a... Sorry, bird. I was just hoping there was a red orb in that jar, and there wasn't. Hell yeah. Hey, video games, it's almost like fixed camera can be good sometimes. Because it lets you do cool shit like that. Alright, we've got stuff over there. You know, I'm going to use a little bit more magic before I refill. Yeah, that's locked. But I have a longer stream segment that I've always wanted to do, which is to make my fiercest argument on the stylish action / character action subgenre. I know there's not an agreed name upon it. I go for stylish action because I've found character action seems to confuse people, and stylish action seems to be the term that the industry itself uses. So that's the one I go for, and I think it gives a better impression of the subgenre. As opposed to, I think, character action is a term that only means something if you know the context, which is how...
So, you think you can conquer the Temple of the Gods, do you? It's never been done, you know. Sooner or later, the Harpies will bring what's left of you back for me to burn.
Authentic Greek accent on this guy.
Box in here, so no mortal would ever claim its power. And yet, year after year, I open the gate for more and more soldiers and place more and more bodies on these pyres. If I were you, I'd leave now. But I can see you are determined. Very well. May the gods grant you strength to conquer the perils that lay before you. Good luck, Spartan.
I love how sarcastic and just nonchalant that guy sounded. Like, yeah, I hope it works out. Whatever. But yeah, I think Slash, you know, and I think it sounds cooler as well, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, might as well open this now. Oh, welcome back, Cox War. Is that Ra's al Ghul's voice actor from Arkham City? It might be.
It's always the same. Madmen and fools seeking glory. I know, as you can see by my somewhat disheveled state.
Though I replayed that game last year, I think. I'm not that familiar.
The first to die. The gods punished me for my failure, and now I must tend to all who have followed me and perished.
Yep, down we go. Yep, I thought there was going to be a fight here. You know, I should probably just... If I don't use it, you know, I can't earn any more. Oh, okay. Oh, really? Oh, that's messed up. Okay. I tried to do the launcher. I mistimed it. Because if you time it right, maybe because the launcher jump takes you a lot higher than the regular jump, so it can be a really good way to avoid attacks. Whereas the dodge roll isn't always as effective. Oh, you don't have as much iframes on the rolls as I keep thinking you do. Ah, shit. Okay. Yeah, I was playing a bit sloppy there. This hard mode, you do have to... You do have to be a bit more assertive. And also, the Medusa power didn't really work out for me that much. The Medusa... I will say, and this is... this will go more into my general analysis of going into the whole, like, oh, what makes a game a stylish action or not, and that kind of thing. Oh, I timed it wrong. Yeah, so you can't block most of these attacks. Oh, I probably should not have done the QTE. There we go. Nope, that was the wrong button. Yeah, you can't block most of the heavy attacks. Which I guess that makes sense. I should be more accounting for that. But yeah, I have a whole slideshow presentation I want to do that really goes into my thesis of, hey, this is what the subgenre should be classified as. Here's the criteria. Here's why it's important. But I want to get some video reference for it. At one point, I was thinking of just having one of the Devil May Cry games and, you know, like open at the same time and swap into it. But I really should just get some clips. It's just, I know it's going to take me a long time to do. So I've been putting it off. Which is not very good. It's not a very good reason. But I should just sit down, write down, okay, here's a clip of everything I want to record. I also potentially wanted to record multiple games as well, which that adds workload as well. But I think there's, you know, I think there's an argument to be made about you know, hey, this is why this subgenre counts, like why you can categorize it and why it matters, like what's the importance of categorizing it. Alright, in I go. Yep, I figured. Oh yeah, these guys. Let's get those archers out the way. God, your health can just disappear in a flash if you're not careful. Oh, that was weird. That was, I don't know what was happening there. The animation was messing up. But I'll talk about some of the things I've already noticed in this playthrough that solidify why I don't think this game counts as stylish action. And again, I probably have said something like this on stream before. It's covered in Sofina. But that's not a knock against the game. A game's not worse off for not being that. Especially because there's a lot of people who don't like what a lot of the stylish action subgenre demands of a player. This temple was erected in honor and at the command of the mighty Lord Zeus. Only the bravest hero shall solve its puzzles and survive its dangers. One man will receive ultimate power. All others shall meet their doom. Paphos Verdes the Third, chief architect and royal subject of the gods. If something is like ordered by the guy, I don't think it can technically be in honor of them. But there's a lot in this game. Yeah. Cogswell says in chat, stylish action is a bit tricky to classify, come to think of it. It is, because, and this is how all genres and subgenres work, and not just in video games. This is in all media. The subgenre doesn't come first. Like, it's not the first thing that's invented. It comes after enough media in that style has been released and can be classified. Okay, yeah, this is coming back to me. This is like a... This is an area you're in for a long time, I think. Oh. And the genre term for a very long time was being used on kind of just a feel, on a feelings basis. I'm not quite sure what hit me there. Oh, okay. Now I know. And I think that's why there's some confusion in that I see some people just assume most hack and slash games are stylish action, which I would say is not the case. Yeah, I'll get magic first. Yeah, I'll say first. And my thesis, and mainly, and I want to make sure when I do this stream that I highlight, there's a YouTube creator called Foxcade that's done a lot of stuff on Devil May Cry and similar style games. Did a video kind of breaking down like, hey, here's the common traits, here's the things that are prevalent in the subgenre, and then, you know, like why the term matters and things like that. You're not? Okay. Bet I can't go down there yet, so let's... And the 4 pillars I have is there's combat depth, like mastery, expression, arcade level speed, and arcade level design. Are the 4 pillars that I think make up the subgenre, and specifically work because of how they play off of each other, and that's why it matters. Like, not just having 1 or 2 elements. Like, yeah, this game has combat depth, I would argue, and it is quite snappy in terms of gameplay, in terms of speed. And it does have, to a degree, that arcade level design. But there's a couple of main issues, and the main one, to me, is it's the mastery mechanics. Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is like an extended puzzle section. So, to me, one of the, like, biggest... Not the biggest, but something that can, like, make and break if a action game can be considered stylish action is if it has mechanics incentivizing you to improve at the game and specifically master its systems. Not just, oh, can you beat the game on a hard difficulty or anything like that. That's not quite the same thing. Okay, yeah. What that means is, you know, you can't just cheese your way through a game. You can't power level your way through a game. You have to... the better you play the game, the more you're rewarded. You have a multitude of weapons, and you know, you can use them. You can do a wide variety of moves. You can get through encounters without taking damage and showing off and things like that. And this game has a problem where there's a lot of encounters you can skip. They actually don't force you into a lot of encounters. Most encounters you can just bypass without having to do much.
Artemis.
Kratos. The gods
And
demand
the other issue is there are a lot
You have learned to
of...
use the blades of chaos well, but they alone will not carry you to the end of your task. I offer you the very blade I used
Oh,
to
nice.
slay a titan.
Another
Take
weapon.
this gift and use it to complete your quest. Take this weapon, Kratos.
I remember hearing this
Take
weapon
this
isn't that
power
great in
and
this game.
Use it to defeat your enemies.
You have acquired Blade of Artemis. Select blade by holding...
Go with the gods, Kratos.
That's a weird way of doing it.
Go forth in the name of Olympus.
But, you know, you don't have to... You're not really incentivized for playing well. Outside of just making progress. Like, you don't... Outside of building combos, and you get such a tiny... Oh, wow. This upgrade actually costs a lot. A tiny extra amount of orbs for doing long combos. And as I realized today, your combos don't get broken by taking damage. It's just based on how long it was ago since you hit an enemy last. and that you don't have to worry about like move variety. And a lot of the magic I've got, specifically this one, the Thunder and the Medusa, I think this is the Poseidon power, are very, and also the Spartan Rage, they're very combat skip powers. They're just, hey, do you want to stop this fight? Do you want to not fight this enemy? You know, they don't come for free, because obviously you have to have the magic power for it. Though notably, magic in this, you don't earn it really. Like, some enemies will drop it, but it's mostly just a resource that you pick up when you find the chests. There we go. Of course we got Helm Splitter. Oh, interesting. Okay. Circle kind of is a different combo. See, there you go. This is what I mean. You're not actually locked into this room. God, that's such an awkward input, I gotta say. R1 plus L1. Guess they were running out of inputs at some point. Oh, there was help in these? Oh well. But yeah, a lot of how you get through encounters, you know, they give you a lot of methods to get around them without having to necessarily play well. Weird. Yeah, I guess what I'm going to do quickly is double check the move list. Yeah, Poseidon's Rage, Medusa's Gaze, Zeus's Fury, Blade of Artemis. Okay. Summon the Blade. Summon Sheath. It's weird they put that here. Multi-hit sword spin. Slow and powerful multi-hit. Hold. Launch enemies across into. Yeah. Most powerful of all sword attacks. And yeah, key item stuff, which I haven't looked at yet. Okay. I'll have to try that out a bit. Like, it's weird. It's, you can grab enemies still with that move if they're in like their QTE mode. Yep. 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 There we go. But there's usually, you know, there's kind of one really good way to take out enemies. There's not normally multiple things you can do. You know, there's not that player expression that I was talking about. An image is carved into the door. 2 Greeks soldiers banner. Both of their shields are missing. Okay. So we're pushing this over here. Okay, okay. This is kind of a weird puzzle, I think. Okay, I think that's what you're supposed to do. That kind of looked like I bugged it, but... Okay, so I already have one problem with weapon swapping in this. You can't do weapon swapping combos, it looks like to me. What I've tried of it, that does not seem to be the case. Yeah, that was me trying to swap mid-air. Another thing, you can get locked into animations that you can't really cancel out of to evade. Oh, okay, I played that close to the chest. Like, it's seriously fun to use that sword. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, so for example, if I wanted to go... Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's... That's not the move I'm trying to do. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, but having it be both buttons, it seems in the air the move doesn't come out as consistently. So it doesn't look like you can. Yeah, there's quite a bit of delay if you try and swap between the weapons. And I know that's, you know, that's very Devil May Cry 1. Okay, that's one of them. You know, yeah, I should be upgrading. Okay. So we've got greater damage, new attacks. For that, Poseidon's Rage could be powered up. Could be good to upgrade Medusa's Gaze, but I don't like using it that much. Zeus's... That one definitely could be good. I think I'm just going to upgrade the Blades of Chaos. Get the extra moves. There we go. Rising Helios, Falling Helios, Hermes Fury, right analog stick plus square X. How does that even work? Yeah, let me go across the beams here. Come on, Kratos, you can do it. Is that it? Yeah, I guess that's it. Okay, that's one of the shields. Oh, that's cool. That's just like a triple stinner. Oh, okay. So that's dodge, counterattack. That's cool. And then this is... Oh, yeah, that move. And then, yeah, move version. Was that all the moves? Oh, hold there. Okay. Yep. Okay, I'm thinking... It's up here. Oh, okay, it's just that easy. Yeah, so for example, while you're doing this move, you can't cancel out of it. There we go. Like, there's a lot of weird limits in the combat like that, where you can get locked into animations. I think the better button... What the fuck? What have I done? Okay. But that was just cool. Yep. Save that clip for later. I'm gonna enjoy that clip for a long time. Nice. Yeah. I want to. From what I remember of God of War 3, I want to say you can do actual weapon swapping combos in that. It's just, it's weird that there's even in the move list a mid-air weapon change, considering the limits. Oh yeah, these stupid bits. Yeah, let's get out of here. I won't lie, these and the like wall climbing combat do not hold up. They are bad. This is the only effective way I've found to get through them. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? Because you can't block. You can't block and avoid damage in these segments. And if you press jump, you fall. Oh, God, I think I did put this in Masterpiece, and there's a part of me that's worried that by the end of this playthrough, I am not going to feel that way. But I kind of don't... In some ways, I don't want to, because it's such an important game on a technical and design level that I can kind of forgive some of these parts. Okay, I don't mind if they do this, because I could just... Maybe, you know, the enemy's fault. Maybe it'll work the third time. Why do they keep doing that? Stop it, please! Like, I haven't... That's the funny thing. I've played a lot of the games in the series. Haven't played the second one, which is considered the best. I really hope in the second one they got rid of these. Well, at least I'm not taking damage. Yeah, I'll leave those. Yep, Shield of Hades. I forget what game it is, but that, like, that third input. Oh, jeez. Okay, frame rate... Yeah, frame rate's gone a little dodgy here. I want to... I need to test it. I'm curious how much of that is it running in progressive scan mode. There we go. And yeah, definitely. See, that's why I wanted to save the chests. God, Judy. I still wonder if the hard mode does change how the upgrade system works, or maybe it's just a really slow system, I guess. Oh yeah, we're just going back now. Look at that! I saved those chests. Didn't even need to. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's just a lot of powers in this game that are more about skipping encounters or making encounters easier if you just don't really want to do them. There we go. Which, to me, that's like antithesis of slash action stuff. And again, from stuff I've heard from the developers, that seems to mostly be intentional. I need to find it at some point, and and hopefully this gets backed up, because of stuff going on with Giant Bomb. There's a good chance this, if it hasn't been backed up yet, this stuff could be lost forever. I do remember David Jaffe was on one of the post like E3 live shows they would do, like at the end of the nights, talking about that there was someone on the developer team that was like more hardcore in the fighting game Devil May Cry stuff, and was pushing for this game to be more like that. And David Jaffe was, you know, creative lead, and he was like, no, that's not the kind of game I'm trying to make here. And I don't, you know, this is just his word on it, so it's all alleged. It's never been confirmed on, but reportedly this developer like tried to go to someone higher up at Sony to like argue their case, because they were like so convinced they were, you know, right. They were like, oh yeah, you know, I need to, which, you know, if that's true, that is a dick move. You know, like, don't do that. Like, granted, if this game had maybe gone in that route, I might like it more. Oh, okay, it's timed. Oh! Ah, bollocks. There we go. Oh, I think this is the first time we've done this. Oh, this is a whole new area. The crank is missing its handle. Huh. You know, you can tell that Devil May Cry was a big influence on this, but that the design was not meant to be as hardcore as those games were, and not be slash action. And who knows? You know, maybe if someone had listened to that developer, we would have got like this game doing more stylish action design, like having, you know, a more intricate like input system, maybe like, you know, actual score ranking stuff. Like, who knows? Like, it's as much of a minor thing, just having, you know, a ranking system, some sort of grading ranking system, can go a long ways, because with adding that is what gives you the huge incentives to master the systems and to do encounters more than just, hey, mash this one combo that works for the entire game. Yeah, okay, that's good. More meat is always good. Oh, okay. I misread the situation there. Yeah, I'm definitely this is not going to be a 100% playthrough because there was a bunch of chests in Athens that I never figured out how to get. Unless they're maybe you get them late game and they just tease them early on. Is this where I came in? Yeah. Yeah, so I need to find a handle for that. Let me just be more thorough look around here. And I've not played God of War Ragnarok. I did play the 2018 one. I think that's when it came out. But you know that game still, like, even ignoring it's got like RPG-esque mechanics, and I mean they're kind of loose. The gear loot stuff. It's very basic when you actually pay attention to it. Okay. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I know what this is. That's what's going to launch the ball. Oh, hang on. But you need the crank handle, and I think the crank handle moves the statue so the ball's up higher. And I can't imagine I need to go back. Oh, well, there you go. There's a secret. That's a pretty awkward jump, mind you. Okay. Well, I'm guessing I missed something. And I will say, for the way this place is set up, oh, you know what? I never came in here. There we go. What is that? What's that weird noise I hear in my left ear? Oh, tricky. Took a little bit of damage through it. Yeah, it's weird how this counter works. Like, it says 9, but that's not... It's not like it's 9 meters worth of points. Okay, I might try and level up the blade next. It's a shame it's just blade bow increase, though. I might go for the Zeus's Fury, actually. Yep, get the health. But a big thing I remember of that God of War 2018, because I did really like it. I think my only real complaint is that instead of having platforming, you just kind of had fake platforming, which meant there were a lot of parts where it kind of felt like maybe you weren't really just doing anything. But I did the Valkyrie fights, and most of the way I got through the Valkyrie fights were just, hey, here's this one ability that lets you tank hits. There are a couple of like specific attacks you get. First off, I think there was also like, I think I wanted it so like you could equip more attacks. Like, there could have been way more than the amount they gave you, kind of thing. Like, yeah, this is not engaging combat system. This just makes these parts tedious. Oh yeah, fine, you shove off. You can at least do this, which I appreciate. I'm sure I can earn 2 extra orbs for doing a combo there. Like, this is just... Like, we get it. Okay. Four, 5, 6, 7... Oh, that guy took more hits. Okay, what does this do? Okay, that's good. That's a shortcut back up. I'm just gonna take the health. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the one. See, that's a good example. There's one combo to do that breaks shields. What the fuck? What was that? Okay. That was kind of lame. There was no real cool bit at the end. Well, I'm definitely going to take the health. And I guess I'm just going to... Come on, just get me through it. There we go. Ooh. Anything else in this room? No. Okay. Oh, nice. The chest, like, repopulated. Oh, that must hurt. Must hurt a lot. There we go. We'll save. Yeah, I would love if there was tons of like weapon swap combos. And also, too often you get locked into animations is something coming back to. But like I can't lie, because a lot of my comparison, also I almost did not notice that. That was very sneaky. Is going to be because I'm such a mark. I love stylish action. And immediately when I played this at the time, when it would have come out roughly, I wasn't very good or got Devil May Cry that well. Because I started on 2, which is a terrible place to start. That gives you the total wrong impression. Oh jeez, how am I gonna... 1, 2, 3. Oh. That's not what I meant to do. I should try that move more often. The woo. Okay, thankfully they don't ask you to redo the levers there. So yeah, so I went to this place out of order, but that's fine. Bit weird they even let you, but... yeah, it's kind of a cool move. Nope. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Yeah, I think I'll upgrade the Medusa head next. Because there's just some enemies that I mainly don't like to fight. And... Medusa's a good way to get around that. This way. Oh, hello, fellas. Like, yeah, you can do real fun juggles. And things like that. With this combat system. And that's fun. It's responsive, it's snappy. Like it is such night and day compared to playing Sonic Unleashed that was trying to do this gameplay and failed. But actually, they're very forgiving with that parry timing. There you go. Oh no, I'm out of magic. That would be nice to upgrade the sword. It's just the money of it. Yeah, let's do this one. But they definitely played God of War when they were working on that. Yeah, so stronger freeze beam, the instant flash. And I think the next thing I'm going to want to upgrade is these two. It's a shame that level 2 of the blade doesn't give you any new moves though. Because new moves always great. As another example that a lot of the upgrades are just everything doing more damage, as opposed to you know, because that's kind of a hey, make the game easier mechanic, as opposed to giving you a bigger play tool, you know, more tools to play with. It does both. My youngest son will laugh no more, deaf in the service of his father, deaf in the service of the gods. The building of this temple has claimed his life. May you be lucky enough that did not claim yours. Paphos Verdes III, chief architect and subject of the gods. Nope. Oh, hang on, I need that. I need this. The architect's son's head. Funny enough, I do think I know where that goes. So... oh, that looks a little weird. I guess that's the light in there. Yeah, definitely take the health. That's what we need more than magic right now. Also, I don't know if we'll look at them on the stream or not, but one thing I really liked about this game was the special features were really in-depth, and they showed a lot of prototype footage.
The wrecked bodies of those who had gone in search of Pandora's box lay before him, and at once Kratos knew who was responsible. For this was not the first time he'd seen the ruined Ares, and his minions had left in their wake. Kratos had experienced it firsthand years before. The youngest and boldest captain in the Spartan army, Kratos inspired fierce loyalty in his men. It had always been enough to carry them through any battle, until this day. The barbarians to the east numbered in the thousands, and descended on the Spartans without mercy. The battle lasted near hours. The discipline and training of the Spartans did little to stem the tide of the merciless barbarians.
Oh, that's weird. It
The
like
soldiers
transitions.
faced a massacre.
Transition from like
Their young
CG to
captain faced the end of his brilliant
animated.
career and his life. But to Kratos, victory was worth any price, even his soul.
Ares! Destroy my enemies, and my life is yours.
Oh, you idiot, Kratos.
That desperate call for aid would come to haunt Kratos for all his days.
By the gods, what have I become?
Become? You're always a dick, Kratos. It's kind of funny that some people look back and romanticize early Kratos. It's like, no, he was always supposed to be unlikable. Like his family are like, yeah, you're a dick in the flashback. You're just seeking war because it's for you. There's the bit early on where, you know, before you do the mini game with the ladies, you spin the stick left and right and all that. That they mention like, yeah, he does it, but it doesn't help. It doesn't fill the void. He's still depressed all the time. There we go, we're back here. Yeah, we're safe here. Oh, well, because the stream Hyper Mega Bomb. Do you know the whole story of the game? Mostly, yeah. I like I've said before. I did originally play this around the time it would have come out, sometime in like 2005, 2006. Though I definitely don't remember like, you know, every detail. So yeah, I know what happens with his family, but we'll not mention it yet, just in case anyone's curious and wants to learn organically. Okay, now that I've really expanded the moveset, I'm getting a lot more options in combat, which I'm always a fan of. I'm trying to remember, it's either Mortal Kombat or it's the Soul Calibur he's in where he gets that move. I just remember doing it a lot in one of those games. I actually don't really know the story of the second one, though. The second one I've never played. I played the third one, which made a lot of the story in the third one very confusing, I will admit. There we go. Oh! Watch out for that. Oh, I hope I didn't goof this. What am I supposed to do here? I'm supposed to get on top of this thing somehow. Oh, okay. Okay, I just saw it. When the camera angle changed, it was kind of hard to see. There's a staircase over there. Yeah, when they had that like top-down view, I was there we go. Ooh. This game does like to screen tear quite a bit. Again, that might be from running it in progressive scan mode. Why did the gods build this? This just seems like they built this for goofs. There we go. Oh, nice. Look at that. There we go. Spinning camera, though. Yes. Oh, that fully helped me too. This is probably going to be a feather. Oh no. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go for roughly 1 more hour. I'm actually curious how long this game is, because I don't remember. I remember it being relatively short for the era, when I think of how long some games are, and I mentioned that I originally rented this. Oh, big doggy. There you go, of course. Of course we had to have Cerberus. This is so messed up, I think. Jeez. Okay. Yep. Okay, I could go for more blocks with this guy at least. Oh, hang on a second. Just wanna. There we go. Screw it. It's just. I hate that as well. If you take certain hits, you just get locked into combos. Oh, jeez. But holy fuck, like that.
Let the rage of the gods drive your blade, Kratos.
Oh, that is a tough combat encounter. I guess you could make it easier if you're able to take out all the little ads without them, you know, like evolving or whatever. Yeah, there, because I took like one hit earlier, it doesn't let you re-guard, and you can't dodge out of them either. Oh, okay. Well, I've learnt something. Which is I got a lot of health for doing a throw there. I've noticed that the certain moves and techniques, things like that, do seem to give you more orb types. Jesus.
Let the rage of the gods drive your blades, Kratos.
Okay. I've at least learnt the throwing the small ones at the big ones. Seems to stun them. There we go. Oh. Yeah, that counter can go real bad real quick if you're not careful. Sorry, just had to check zone. Oh, I hate when the roll doesn't fucking work. Yep. Up. I think there are some invincibility frames on the roll. I wish there was a quick get up as well. There we go. Oh geez, that barely... That might actually be slower than just pushing it regular. Oh, weird. Okay. You know, they could have just put this crate a bit closer to here at the start. Yeah, I think these archers have upgraded now. I don't think they had these explosive bolts earlier. Damn, that took out everyone. There we go. In theory, what you're doing of just like fighting those dog enemies in a way to stop them from growing up. Luckily, they're not. They're little Cerberuses. Ah, phooey. I wonder if the hard mode just increases like enemy spawns, because the amount of times where it's just, hey, we put a row of archers here and we're just going to spawn more archers in the exact same spots. Alright. That was nice of them. Oh, no it wasn't. Okay. I bet you have to be really quick to get that. I think it's time-based. How much are we at now? Okay, getting close. Okay, yeah, we'll upgrade the blade and then do the lightning power. How much is that? Okay. But this is such a weird section. We'll take the health for now. Oh, hello. You're new. Oh, well, they grabbed me. Shockingly, didn't do that much damage. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah! No! Ah! Oh, and I was at full health for that fight as well. Oh, no, I'm not. That was weird. Did they checkpoint me like halfway through the fight? Ah, I think it did. I think it checkpointed. But that's a weird. Oh, fucking yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. You've got to be more careful with these enemies. They seem to gain armor on certain hits at certain points. Okay, that's good. How did I not block that? Ah, okay. This is such a weird checkpoint to give me. Oh, wow, it checkpoints after, like, each... What a strange game. And now it's not letting me grab that guy. There we go. God, that's a weird way to handle that. I guess I'm thankful because it got me through the fight, but... it's strange. Okay. Also, do you see him there, back down there? Hold on. Which way is the way forward? Okay, good. This is the bonus. Oh, okay. Well, I did need that, so that's good. I think I need 2 of those. But yeah, if you look into the bottom right of the screen, I shouldn't be covering up, but at certain points you can see the head of the Titan from here. There he is. Yeah, and that's what I mean by like just the sense of scale this game does so effective. Like, even though it's all smoke and mirrors, at times it really does feel like, oh no, these game areas are this size. This is such a bad part to have, like, no health for. But I might just... I think I'm just gonna run past these ones. Okay. That leads to my theory that the game teleports you around, that these areas aren't connected. There we go, look. I can pick this up. And I could go back and fight those enemies now. But you see, this area does not exist in the same place as the other one. No, no. Oh, that input's gotten so much harder. I think you might be able to make it easier depending on how much health they have left. Maybe that's how it works. But even my two-handed method doesn't really work there. Splish, splash, splash. It's taking the bath. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll go for about half an hour longer. I think that's good. Oh yeah, how much points do I have? Okay, that's enough to upgrade the blade. Oh god, is this gonna speed up? Probably not. Blade power increase. Oh wow, do you just not get new moves with this thing? 10,000 orbs? Oh, it changed though, look at that. It's all purpley now. Just want to check something. Okay. Let me check. That or it's like tied to unlocking moves with the other thing? No. I'm guessing that's not a new spell down there. That is extra blade moves. Oh hey, it's you zombie fellows. Like, yeah, it's not much, but I want the orbs.
Let the rage of the gods drive your blades, Kratos.
Oh, that's funny. I unlocked the Spartan Olympius mode or whatever it's called. Just because I'm like breaking stuff, that counts as... Oh wait, now it's glowing. Okay. The crank is missing its handle. Okay, there's definitely going to be some sort of puzzle thing later. I'm going to leave those for now. What the gods ask of me, no man could do. Not even Pandora's box is worth such a terrible price. Okay. Yeah, I picked up the handle. There's a statue of Lord Poseidon. Written at the base of the door is a riddle. Sacrifice the ultimate to continue your quest. Yeah, I remember this bit now. If you wanted proof that the god... It's one of those funny things where it's like, yeah, Kratos is a dick, and also the gods are a dick. Like, everyone sucks in this story.
Oh, thank the gods you've come. Break these bars. Get me out of here. What are you waiting for? Let me out. We can find our way back to Athens.
The gods demand sacrifice. From all of us.
Oh, please. No. No. No, please. Let me out of here. Free me. You must set me free. No!
could have swore I blocked that. Come on. Oh, they can friendly fire each other. I didn't realize. Okay. Oh, that is not the move I meant to do. Oh, bollocks. When they do that, like, stun block move, it's so annoying.
Let me out of here.
Okay, yeah, let's just...
Let me out. Please show mercy. Let me out. Set me free.
There we go.
Let me out. Please show mercy. Let me out. No!
Why did they even give you the option to use the sword there if it... Yeah, let me just get the heal now. Because more are probably going to respawn as I move this guy up, so...
Free me. You must set me free.
I can't.
No!
Turns out the gods are... yeah. Yeah. There's another one. I think this sword actually is pretty good against these guys. Jeez, is this enough enemies, baby? Yep, there's another one. Why is he not blocking half the time? The thing is, I don't think there's an infinite amount of enemies here. 'Cause that would... Yeah, I don't think there is. Okay, can I get to this health in time? Because I don't want to have to redo this section again. Yep, there we go. Woo! Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are infinite here. Sorry, I just want to try and concentrate on this bit for now. Oh, I think I'm wasting my time, but they're so fast. I don't know how I would... Oh, okay. They must be infinite spawns there.
No, please. Let me out of here.
It just...
Free me. You must set me free.
It doesn't look like that's how it's set up, you know?
Free me. You must set me free.
See?
No! No!
Oh, just wipe them out.
Let me out. Please show mercy. Let me out.
Maybe it's time.
Keep me out of there.
Okay, you know, I just don't even know at this point. Maybe it's just I didn't make forward progress.
No! Gods on high, save me from this barbarian! Please! Please! I'm begging you on your humanity. Don't do this! Please!
It's what Poseidon wants. I can't help it.
Gods on high, save me from this barbarian! Please! Please! I'm begging you on your humanity. Don't do this! Please!
Like, I don't know why the gods wanted that, but they did. Okay, oh, thank fuck we're past that bit. That bit was getting really annoying. Okay. Mashy, 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 mash. You have acquired Poseidon's Trident. With this item, you can explore the depths of Lord Poseidon's domain. Oh, okay, that's big. Oh, look at this cool art. Yeah, we'll do a little bit more. Just want to see what's ahead of here. It is a statue of Lord Poseidon, ruler of the seas. Alright. Okay, well, I'm at full health right now. I just want to look over this side quick. There we go. Nice. You'd love to see it. And I'm pretty sure that's just a hit healing chest, but I am going to... Yeah. Trying to think, this might be like the only well, unless God of War 2 has it. I don't remember the third game having any underwater sections. Press and hold R1 to use the underwater dash move for a short burst of speed or to smash underwater breakables. Oh, hi, doggies. I know I'm just spamming that, but I don't want to risk these guys evolving. There we go. Anything back there? No. Is this gonna fill this with water, or... Oh no, okay. It's a bit weird how that works. Oh. Well, that was not the move I wanted to do. Two, three. There we go. Nope. Yeah, you can wait there, sir. Let's go heal in the meantime. Yep. God, I really wish I had the parry block on the sword as well. We good? We good. Okay. Might as well save again. Oh, definitely a good chunk of enemies. That's always a good sign in one of these. That's again another problem with Sonic Unleashed. Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, welcome to the stream. Latia Games. Yeah, I see that, Latia Games. Just playing some classic God of War. Partly inspired by playing Sonic Unleashed and its weird God of War clone gameplay. And it's really nice to play a decent version of that combat. Okay. And yet, a child of Poseidon, many have drowned longing for her embrace. Okay, we're going down, I guess. You know, as different as it is, you could still see the Devil May Cry influence because, you know, they also very briefly, you know, the first two games having underwater segments. Please in the eyes has been known to yield magical gifts. Why might I find it in this hole? I assume you mean like this water hole? Well, I'm here to find Pandora's box. But I'm actually not sure where my specific goal is right now. Oh, this is an awkward place to fight these guys. It is so cheeky, you could just skip combat encounters, basically. There we go. Ooh, okay. Kinda close. I am also playing on hard mode, which I think I did do back in the day, but I think I would have used an existing save. I think this game had New Game Plus, so maybe I'm making that up. I'm not sure. Why are these giving me so much health? There we go. Okay, so yeah, we've got to take that back to the central room. I guess I'm going back from here. Oh, here we go. But yeah, no, this has been a great revisit. I've been loving coming back to this. There are some parts of it, you know, where I'm running into weird little limits in the combat. Oh yeah, I think I gotta... That was a quick enough. You know, some like animation priority stuff and some of the way the combat works, where I'm a more Devil May Cry kind of player. But it might also be stuff that's, you know, because my memory of the third game is pretty vague as well, but it might be stuff that's more fixed in those latter games. You know, stuff like the weapon swapping. Going that way. Where's this room, I wonder? Oh, I keep forgetting I've got that move. I should do it more often. It's just hard to aim it. Oh, stream schedule? That's a great question. Also, welcome back to the streams, Iram. It's good to see you again. Yeah, I don't currently have a schedule. I'm mostly part of a streaming team on another channel known as Bad Game Hall of Fame. Plug. Come check us out. Where they stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, barring, you know, delays and things. Though we are opening up more streams there. We've got like a casual Monday stream. Yeah, this is God of War 2. Nope, it's not. I lied. I don't know why I just lied. This is God of War 1, Iram. I don't. Had a brain fart moment there. Ah. Yeah, that was dumb. I should have done that move. When you're in that spinneroonie move, you're very much locked into animation. You can't block out of it, roll out of it. I really need... I want to get to God of War 2 at some point, because that's the one I've not played. And I've always heard it's the best one in the series. Yeah, let's just get you guys out here. But yeah, I don't have a schedule on this channel currently. Oh, ads, okay. Yeah, that's the sorry, that's the change of becoming affiliate. Oh. There you go. Thank you very much for the follow. There we go. Yeah, I tried to make sure ad timing and length is not too bothersome. But I have it set up in a way so that people who, you know, join midstream don't just immediately get ads, because I think that's the worst. If you want to check out streaming and the first thing you see is an ad, it's like, yeah, why you're not going to keep watching. Alright, let's oh wow, I did not even mean to swap weapon. Why not? Why not? Because the range. That's why. That parry move is really good for getting enemies off your back, though. Yeah, you're supposed to be able to, like, swap to the sword in the air. Oh yeah, if you use any sort of those blocker things, I don't mind. Do what you got to do. Especially because sometimes sites will advertise stuff that's, you know, gambling things and things like that that people don't want to deal with. So yeah. Oh, this. I'm an idiot. Okay. Oh well. Whew. Yeah, like you can swap mid-air. It just doesn't. It's inconsistent. It doesn't work half the time. And yeah, if you try and do... It works easier on the ground for some reason. Okay, I'm actually not sure what that did for me. Do I have to go back? I guess I go back. Yeah, what's up, I'll tell you. Oh, yep. Thought I was going to make that. Oh, you haven't finished God of War 2018, Iram? I really like that game. I know a lot of people bounce off it, and I'll admit, it has one big problem, which is that the opening is way too slow paced. It's like the anti-God of War opening. It's weird. Yeah, it takes too long. They teach you the mechanics way too slow. It's just weird. You know, I'm actually not sure where I'm supposed to be going. I probably should have been paying attention. Once you get past that, I think the game is a lot better. Like, once you get out of that starter forest... okay, I do want to wrap up soon, but I don't think I'm going to stop here, because I want to make sure I know where I'm going. Yeah, whenever I do get around to the sequel, Ragnarok, I'd be really curious to see how if they address that issue. Okay. Let's see. Pleasing the Earths have been known to yield magical gifts. Okay. I noticed they said that. I don't know what that means. I'll have to look at that link later. Yeah, I can't handle that kind of stuff midstream. Yes, upgrade points. There we go. Also, you do upgrade very slowly in this game, in my opinion. Like, this won't be enough. Let me read that here. The top says, there's skips you can do that makes Pandora's terrible at the last 1 minute, which is funny because this thing is a bit more than a third of the game. No, this is a brand new game, not New Game Plus. And yeah, it was a while ago. I think it was a Games Done Quick live run. But yeah, I remember watching that and just, there's a lot you can skip past in these games. Generally does this game have New Game Plus? I think it does. That's my memory, but I could be wrong. Whoops. Okay. I don't know what I was supposed to do there. Oh, I see. There we go. Nope. Nope, that's it. Okay, you got to time that real good. Maybe not use the dash, because the dash, if you don't time it properly, is more of a hindrance. Let's see. Oh no, you definitely need to use the dash. At least they checkpoint you a lot in this game. It's like they know all these traps are unfair. Okay, there we go. I just need to charge it the full length. I'm not sure if pressing the button harder helps as well. I'm just going to tell you now, your message got hold, because that violates one of my chat rules, so just... watch what you post. I'm sorry I got too much of it. I can't have self-solicitation posts in the chat. There we go. Again, if I don't mind people hearing me up on Twitter and stuff. No, you're all good. Okay. My socials, the socials I use are all on my channel page. The ones I'm like, fine, people hitting me up on. Okay. Where are we going from here? These assholes. Oh, this is such a small platform to fight these guys on. Oh, that was weird. Oh. Okay, well, I think this is where I'm gonna save and stop for the night, because I've got some stuff to prep. I've got a big Bad Game Hall of Fame stream event on Friday that I need to prep for. I'll go into details when we're doing the wrap-up. Hang on. You know, I don't know what FRND means. Like I said, if you want to find any of my socials to chat stuff, I've got them linked on my Twitch page. Oh yeah, I do a lot of like real hardware stuff. Like I said, I'll go into the specifics of what we're doing Friday once I get past this encounter. Yep. At some point, I'm just like fucking skip. It's mainly because when enemies block, I don't have a tool to get around blocks right now, and sometimes when the enemy's block seems very random. Oh, Ian Batel saying, yeah, I've been meaning to catch up on your streams, stop by, life's just been busy. Yeah, that's fine. No, I get that. That's, you know, that's why I try my best to maintain the VOD channel. And also, I haven't streamed as much on this channel. It's at this point, it's once a week, if. There's a chance I could stream more on here again. It's just I've got to get a more stable real-life schedule, and I'm not quite there yet. Alright. Yep, I think this is a really good stopping point. Also, this is just a gorgeous room. Like, I love the way this game looks. This is, you know... I think remakes of... We gotta chill on remakes. Game remakes... And I know the term... Latoya, the social medias I'm comfortable talking with new people are on my Twitch page. I'm not just gonna add random people on Discord, I'm sorry. You can at me on Blue Sky or Twitter. I'll look, you know, I don't mind chatting on there. But, you know, I use Discord for people I personally know. So, never say never, but I need to know people there. I'm not in the position where I like to add randoms. But yes, I've been doing multiplayer stuff with PS2 or Die. There's a chance, actually, this weekend we might be doing more Champions of Norrath. But I wanted just to say, we got to chill on the video game remakes. There've been way too many, and you know, remaster, remake, reimagine. These are terms that the industry has made the definitions vague and blended together, and people, and not just the people who play games, but people who make them can't decide on them. For some people, a remaster can be a game that runs on the same engine, but you've changed every graphical element. I don't think that's a remaster. I think if you make a remaster, it has to use the same graphical elements. You know. I know that they're good. I just think there's been too many, too often. Some of them have been very unjustified. Like how many times Naughty Dog's like remastered their games. Sure, port them to new systems, but we didn't need another Last of Us. Like the amount of times Last of Us 1's been remastered. I hear that Until Dawn remake was not good and didn't need to exist. It's just there's been too many, and I think that it's getting people in the wrong mindset to not appreciate I'm going to time you out. Like I said, I'm not comfortable adding people I'm not friends with on Discord, okay? Hook me up on my social medias. Both of them are at Johnny Baghead. But I don't want to harp on this. But, you know, I think the remake mentality is taken away from the artistry that art styles like this hold. Making this game super photorealistic would be... It would look pretty. Because, you know, the new God of Wars do look pretty. But it wouldn't capture a lot of what this game's going for. Because it's fantasy. It's hyper realistic. It's very characterized. And, you know, you could do minor stuff. Like some texture work you could make look better. Or model detail. But you wouldn't have to do much here. Yes. Yep. Iram Batabo, Bluepoint remakes. I like Bluepoint, and I don't want to blame them like some people do, because it's not necessarily their fault. But I do not like their Demon's Souls remake because the visuals look like a completely different game. The music, enemy design, things like that. I don't think the Shadow of the Colossus one is as bad. It's only in a couple of places where, like, it, you know, it doesn't quite look as arid as the map should. But I don't think it's as bad. It's not to the same level. Like, Demon's Souls took the piss. It was just like... And again, I think it was Sony. I get the feeling that Sony were like, this is our launch title. It's our big showcase, so you have to make it visually to show off the visuals, power of the system. And if they had kept the original art style, even with, like, you know, current graphics, it wouldn't have shown off the system, because Demon's Souls is a very stark, cold architecture and world design. And, you know, we could talk about artistic intent and how much of a work is made from limitations, but that's how the work ended. And sometimes that's important. Artists work within their limitations. They work in their mistakes. Sometimes they'll make a mistake. Sometimes they'll limit the world design because the tech demands it, but then they'll build the game around it. Silent Hill 1 was a game built around draw distance limits on the PlayStation 1, so they put the fog in as a intentional design. Also, yeah, I've seen some comparison of the face stuff. The problem is I've not seen good comparisons. The comparisons I'm seeing are, here's two still images. It's like, well, if you're showing animation, you need to show video. And also, it's not like you saw Wanda's face that much anyway. If I understand criticisms of the world not looking quite the same, but that was a very minor point, in my opinion. Granted, I think a perfect version of remakes like that and remasters like that is to have a mode you can swap where it puts on the original visuals, like Halo Master Chief Collection, the Monkey Island 1 and 2, the recent Croc. It takes a lot of work. I'm not saying it's easy, and it does limit what you can do. But, you know, that's what I want. I want games to say, hey, we'll present a new version of it visually, but here's the original visuals to see what this game is. I should wrap up, though, because, like I said, I've got a lot to do. But, you know, I wanted to have that conversation on this image. It makes me think of, because this game, I didn't know it at the time. I didn't play Prince of Persia: Sands of Time until like a year or two ago. Which I loved, by the way. That's like one of my favorite games of that generation now. And I realized that this game is more closer to what those Prince of Persia games were, in terms of its like world design and things like that. And I think about that remake that Ubisoft's apparently still doing, that's been in development hell for a couple of years. And when they first showed it, and it looked like they were trying to put like photorealistic art style and humans on that game, and it's like, that's not going to work with that game. That game had a stylized look. It looked like they were keeping the level design and stuff like that pretty authentic, but like, no, you need to keep it in that stylized look. Oh yeah, Beyond Good Evil 2. Yeah, who knows? Here's the thing, and I'll quickly say on the Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 2 remake. The Silent Hill 2 remake is way better than I was expecting, but I think in most regards it is worse than the original. I think it has a worse camera system, a worse combat system. I think a worse story because it's bloated, worse level design. Not going to say those aspects are bad, I'm just going to say they're worse. And it's more authentic than I was expecting, but there's enough stuff wrong with it that I don't think it captures what the original was going for. And I would not want a Silent Hill 1 remake that played exactly like Silent Hill 2. In fact, I would try and keep away from a lot of what Silent Hill 2 remake did combat-wise. Like having like 5 times the enemy count and that clunky camera that was kind of like the Callisto Protocol combat everyone hated. Like, the original combat wasn't bad. If they were going to do a system, the way I would have done the Silent Hill 2 remake would have kept the level design near identical. I only would have changed stuff like the final Pyramid Head boss fight. The camera was not good in the original, and I would have probably changed that. I would have done it where, hey, you can play this game with an over-the-shoulder camera, or you can press a button and you get the original camera. And that's how I would have done it. I know that's not popular, but I think the original camera work is integral to what those games are in the environmental storytelling, using cinematography and framing of shots like this game does. This game has tons of cinematography in it because it uses a non-player controlled camera, and that's important. Okay, I'll read this last thing and then we'll wrap up. Imtub says, surprisingly, you're the one Silent Hill 2 fan original that thinks the remake's a lot more worse in a lot of areas. It depends on what circles you're in. I know some people. I know someone who's played through the whole game and that's their sentiment. Most people I know say the same to the Resident Evil. They're both separate experiences. Yeah, but that's the problem. This is a very pretentious take. It's a very outlandish take. I don't think a separate experience version of Silent Hill 2 needed to exist. I don't think Silent Hill 2 is a work of art that you can reinterpret with slight changes and it work the same. I think Silent Hill 2 works exactly the way it was made. The only issues I have with Silent Hill 2 are technical ones, like when you go between the menus to gameplay, there's a fade to black, but the game still runs in the background for like a second. And I think the hard mode isn't very well balanced. It's stuff like that. Also, you know, I probably would have made like a couple more melee weapons. But it's very minor stuff. I do think there are some aspects of the remake that are cool. I think in most of the ways they try to expand things don't, you know, they either don't say anything so they're worthless or the changes aren't for the better. I do want to give, I'm not going to remember, I don't remember his name. I do think the actor they got to do James is the best aspect of the remake. I think in some respects the original is still better, but he does an amazing job in that game. Especially the endings. I think in the endings he knocks it out the park. The rest of the cast is kind of a mixed bag. Eddie's pretty good. Eddie is pretty authentic. I'll give him on that. Angela, I don't think her acting is bad. I think the voice direction is bad. And yes, Cinematic James is a great description for that. But like I said, any issues I have are more to do with script changes or direction of the scene more than his performance. Angela's not bad. It's just she's clearly directed to sound like, she sounds like a teenager, and also some of the voice direction is weird. It's like the example that comes to mind is the scene where you meet her in the room with a giant mirror, and there's the bit where James is like, oh, I'm not like you, and Andrew goes, are you afraid? And she gets like sinister. The line read in the remake, she sounds like she's falling asleep. it's completely wrong. It's not how that scene's supposed to go. And Maria's really bad. I don't know what happened with Maria. It doesn't help that the actress has a really hard time doing an American accent, and she drops the accent multiple times. But her Maria sound, it sounds like she's just making her sound like Mary, which is again missing the point. I'm interested to see more about Silent Hill F, but I'm getting the impression that it might be a cool game, but I don't expect it to be very authentic to Silent Hill. But it's the one that I'm most interested in. Like, it's a bit of a hot take. I don't necessarily think there need to be more Silent Hill games. I think you can make games in the Silent Hill style. I don't know if that universe really benefits from having new stories in it, because the cult storyline, I think, got wrapped up. And once you expand the town and make the cult bigger and more powerful, it ruins the original story that it's supposed to be this quaint small town with this like hidden cult. It's like now this cult's a international cabal of evil and shit. And yeah, it's the When I Cry rider, so that's part of the why I'm interested. Anyway, that's enough yapping. It's not your fault, Tarbo. Anyone mentions Silent Hill to me, I'm gonna go off. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid, I feel the same. The only thing I would have liked to see is I actually would have liked to have seen Kojima do a modern take on Metal Gear 1 and 2. I don't think sequels, but I do think versions of those, because first off, Metal Gear 1 is really hard to go back to, even the MSX version. Metal Gear 2 is less so. But just seeing those stories retold, taken in the context of all the sequels and prequels, could have been interesting. But that's not the way they're going, because Metal Gear Solid 3 is the most popular one, and much like with Silent Hill 2, they're just remaking the best one that's already perfect. So, whatever. Alright. So yeah, still enjoying this game. There are some aspects that I'm, coming back to it, getting the fresh perspective on it, I'm not so hot on. Some of the weird limits in the combat is main thing. Is I think of how far Devil May Cry had taken these kind of games. And granted, I think these games would have come out really close to each other. Yeah, first game syndrome is the perfect word for it. Oh, there's going to be a fucking ad break, and I can't snooze it. Why can't I snooze it? Normally you're supposed to get a couple... Okay, well, while the ads are coming up, I'm going to see when Devil May Cry 3 came out. And when God of War came out. February... Okay, so Devil May Cry was February 2005. God of War was March. So there you go. They definitely did not have the time to react to Devil May Cry 3. So they were mostly going off of Devil May Cry 1. So there you go. Okay. I'm just going to nada for a bit because this ad break. You might, if you know, for anyone who can't see. Okay, let me have some water. And then we'll talk about what's going out. It's weird. They normally let you snooze. I don't know why I wasn't allowed to snooze the ad. Okay, I'm back. So, the plans for streaming stuff are tomorrow on Thursday. On the Bad Game Hall of Fame, we are starting a new Patreon voted playthrough. We are playing through the PlayStation, well, it was on multiple platforms, so the 6th generation reimagining of Narc. I need to come up with a good term for this. People gave me some great suggestions for this, and I completely forgot all of them. There was an era in that generation where you got Grand Theft Auto gameplay clones, and then you got Grand Theft Auto tonal clones, where a lot of games were like, oh, we got to be like gritty and about crime, and a lot of games ended up trying to force like hub worlds or GTA style gameplay, like oh, we'll have loads of mini games in the map, and you know, we'll that kind of thing. And that was what the kind of Patreon poll was themed around. A lot of like beat 'em up and action games that were like that, and Narc isn't it's not full GTA, but it's definitely GTA in tone. I remember it being a very weird game, but that is starting tomorrow. That'll be 1 PM my time. I think that's 8 PM Eastern Standard Time. And then on Friday, and I don't have an exact time nailed down for this yet, but it's going to be either 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock my time, which is about 3-4 PM, is going to be the first Bag Game Hall of Fame stream over the Bag Game Hall of Fame. I'm going to do a playthrough of The Bouncer, because it's a funny game. You can get through one character, I think, in like 2 hours or less. It's a really short game, and it'd be a funny one to show on real hardware just to see how that game looks, because it has a certain look. I think those streams are going to be on the Bad Game Hall of Fame on my side are going to be bi-weekly, where I'm going to stream every other week for them, barring, you know, real life issues. And yeah, this weekend, if PS2 will die and others are free, I'll join them for more Champions of Norrath online co-op. Not playing real hardware because we couldn't get it working, and as far as I know, when I mentioned in the Discord that's running the fan servers, no one's mentioned, oh, we fixed that problem. So we'll just keep playing on emulator for that. But keep an eye out either on my Twitter or my Blue Sky at Johnny Baghead. That's where I put out announcements for, hey, there'll be a stream today. I know this was a really, really early notification. I'm sorry about that. Again, with real life stuff, sometimes I don't know if I'm got the time or physical energy to do a stream. So my apologies. I hopefully one day can be better about that. But I hope you enjoyed the show. I've been your host, Johnny Baghead. And yeah, hopefully see you soon. Bye-bye.